Well, greetings, everybody. This is Joan Graham back with Answering the Question Why. And today I have with me clinical nutritionist Ross Hardy, who has over 30 years experience in this field. And today we're going to talk about about vitamin D. So welcome, Ross.
Hello, Joan, and hello, listeners, and thank you for joining me today.
You have a very interesting background there, and I know that you're live, so it'll just be interesting to see who comes past. Now, are you getting your daily dose of vitamin D there?
Well, that's a very interesting question, Joan. You don't get it through the sun like we did decades ago.
Okay.
Yes, I am in the sun, but we simply don't get enough D through the skin nowadays, and it's not because of the sunscreens. Science actually doesn't know why we're not absorbing like we did decades ago, and particularly when I was young. And particularly, it's well known for dark skinned people don't absorb vitamin D very well. So everyone really should supplement nowadays.
Okay. So with our big slip, slop, slap um, promotion that goes on, is that retarding our vitamin D absorption because we're not allowing the sun to get on our skin?
That's a great question. Absolutely, that is true. So we could benefit a lot more if we don't leave the house straight away and slip, slop, slap. Um, straight away, we get some sun onto our
Mm.
skin. Otherwise, we have to go the supplement way and do it that way. And we really don't get much vitamin D through foods. It is fat soluble, so we get it through eggs, a great source. Um, Fish is really the best, the salmon, the tuna, the sardines, and not everyone likes that.
Mm.
And
Mm.
a great tip is mushrooms. So all
Okay.
mushrooms have vitamin D, but a little tip here is that if you snap the stem off, turn it upside down, and face it in the sun for about an hour or so, you will supercharge the vitamin D availability in the mushrooms. And it's a very easy, cheap way of getting your vitamin D.
Wow, I didn't know that. I didn't know that you could supercharge your mushrooms. Not that I eat them, but anyway, I'm allergic. Um, so if we can't get them through veggies and you've only got limited food sources, how do we supplement? Is there a better supplement, or how do we know that we don't have enough vitamin D or we have too much vitamin D?
Yeah, great question again. So simply getting a blood test through the doctors. I'm working through with the doctors and getting the correct levels. It's just a simple blood test. Some
Okay.
people, yes, you do have to pay for it. Some doctors will allow you one every so often, free of charge.
Okay.
And then that way we'll know what our levels are like.
Okay. So is there a minimum international units that we need in them, or can we have can we take too much vitamin D?
It's very hard to have too much vitamin D unless you're taking mega doses of vitamin D supplements. Children are a little bit vulnerable to it because if you do overdose with vitamin D, which is very minimal side effects, uh, the children should be taking K2 along with the vitamin D in the supplements nowadays. And
Okay.
simply K2 is green leafy veggies. And that's why adults typically don't overdose with vitamin D because we should be having our green leafy veggies. And it's just really as simple as that. But yeah,
Okay.
we don't. we don't overdose on that. But there's so many great health benefits to vitamin D that's scientifically proven, and some of them are the autoimmunes, the lupus, MS, um, rheumatoid arthritis,
Okay.
Crohn's disease, and bowel diseases, and cancers. So many studies all around the world will prove 70 to 80% reduction in breast cancer, in particularly, with high doses of vitamin D.
Mm,
That's
wow.
massive. That
That is
is
massive.
massive. So, and that's scientifically proven all around the world, and universities have tried their own versions and they get the same results anywhere in the world.
That's fantastic. That is fantastic. So, Ross, that's been very interesting today. Is there anything else you would like to add to that? Is there anything else that we need to know?
Not really. There's so many different health benefits to it. One that I'd like to actually increase the doses when people are depressed, and
Oh,
it is
yes.
safe. And with the COVID times of today, there's lots of depression, and it really helps with neurological issues. And it's safe, and it's very, very cheap, and we all can do it at
Yes.
any age. And we don't get our vitamin D through glass. So if we sit the elderly uh, by a window or a door and the sun's beating down on them, they are not absorbing vitamin D.
Oh, that's interesting.
So
Because
we have to get them in full sun.
mm, mm. I know when we were in the UK with COVID, and they were actually recommending vitamin D from the health guy over there, the health minister. So I thought that was interesting. And of course, we always do our vitamin D, but that's just some really good information. So people can contact you. I'll put some details down in the bottom of this video so you're available for Zoom calls.
Absolutely.
Because you live a little far away from where you are just now, people can email you or they can connect with you on Facebook. I'll put the Facebook link in there.
Yep.
And we can go from there. So go enjoy that beautiful sunshine where you are. And we've seen all the people walk past and a couple of boats and, so go enjoy that. And thank you so much for your time. So this is Joan Graham coming to you again with answering the question why, this time on why we need vitamin D. Thank you all. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
It's not stopped.